Good morning all, CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Tuesday morning, November 14th. We're looking at Window Trader's market profile of the ES and the NQ. Now, obviously, we have CPI coming out in about 10 minutes. Look, it really doesn't matter. I know the ALGO is going to react, but this is how I'm trying to put it. Already I saw reports this morning, Goldman Sachs, another major bank, looking for rate cuts even sooner than expected next year. So I don't think CPI today is going to really matter that much in the bigger picture. Whether we're going to raise another quarter point before the raising this cycle is done or not. More importantly, and again, not that Goldman Sachs or JP Morgan or anybody else know anything better than we do. They don't. They're all morons. It's all guesses. Okay? So I wouldn't put any weight behind anything. So we have to figure out what's important to us. And what has been important to us for the last couple of weeks? What's the market been trying to do? The market's trying to go up, okay? The monthly's up, the weekly's up, the daily's up, and we put the monthly back to balance. We have a week high right now in the overnight, which would also be the monthly high if it was to hold. And the reason I'm saying this is, what are the two things here that each side need to do? The bulls want to get yesterday's high to go finally fill that gap, right? That gap's been haunting them now. They've gotten into it many times. The bears, on the other hand, want to try to wrestle some control back and take out yesterday's low to put the market at least into a 3-day balance. That's the game plan. I mean, that's what they're trying to do. Everything else is noise. Now, what happens at 8:30 if the market pulls back because of the CPI? Again, I don't care at 8:30. I want to know where the market's going to start trading at 9:30. But my thought process is, if we do pull back because they think there's going to be another rate hike, that could be a buying opportunity, because I think that would be a short-lived move based on what the market's trying to do. We have a wide POC, 21 wide POC overnight, right? We're going to know if it becomes more serious to the downside, right? So that's what we're looking at. As far as an early game plan, again, we don't know where the overnight high or low is going to be, but right now, front running the overnight high, if it's there, is a very nice trade, because we know we do that a lot. Obviously, if you get above it, you would think they would finally go and fill that gap, which is about, it's still 9 handles high, but they should fill it. On the flip side, if they pull down, depending on where the overnight low is. Now again, after 8:30, I'm highly skeptical this will be the overnight high or the overnight low. But for argument's sake, if it pulls back, that's a good risk reward long, because then you could use eyes low and half back as you're out if they take out the overnight low. Okay? Again, if you get a drastic move and we're looking to gap higher, now again, it depends on how big the gap is. Right? If the gap is, I say not that big, but the odds of getting the other gap are good, then it's worth the long. If we get that gap and then pull back, again, I would still look for longs against the gap fill and use value high as my out. On the flip side, if this market really opened towards the low of yesterday, right? We had a trend day that was taken back in I, and we have value. It was taken back here in, in I period. If it was to open lower, below value, and we get the overnight low first, and any push up to value low would be a good short. So there's so many early plays, and that's why being in the room while I'm on the mic from 9:15 to 4 is going to give you exactly what we're looking for every time frame for the most part of the day. So that's what we're looking for this morning. All right, these numbers are so meaningless, it's not funny for my money's worth. And then on the chart, again. I thought I had Schwab up. I don't think I do. All right, so I'm not going to be able to show you the chart. But anyway, the bottom line is this. Bulls want to continue taking out the daily high to get the gap. Sellers want to take out yesterday's low to put us into a 3 or 4 day balance. Good luck trading today. Thanks for the likes and subscribing, and we'll recap at 4 p.m.